All right, Mal. Close this off here. What do you got?
All right. Well, the only thing I went out and did was I went and saw Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew.
Hey, I just watched Ant-Man.
The Ant-Man.
The Ant-Man.
Yeah, the first one,
Uno.
which I rather like.
Yeah, I mean, I quite enjoy it. I mean, I don't think there's a Marvel movie I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
But so I wanted to talk about that, and I know because I know Ob saw it.
Yep,
and
I saw it as well.
Unfortunately, I wanted to get spoilery on it, so
We'll talk about general stuff first, then we'll give spoiler warning.
Do I need to leave?
yeah. Well, I guess we can give a
We'll give a
just-
spoiler warning.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is before Infinity Wars,
Yep.
and it cuts to it's 2 years after Civil War
Yep.
is the time frame, and
Scott's on house arrest.
yeah, it quickly explains like why he wasn't in Infinity War basically,
Yeah.
and then it goes off. It's very self-contained in its story.
Which I like.
Yeah. And so they got the same director who came back who replaced Edgar Wright in the first Ant-Man,
Mm-hmm.
who has only like done 4 other movies.
Yeah.
Bring It On was his first movie, the cheerleading movie in
Yep.
2000. Yeah,
Way back when.
just amusing. He's done some television.
It's
shows
already
and
been
stuff.
brought. God, old memes. Old stale memes.
Yeah. But and then you got Paul Rudd returning, who's just great.
I love Paul Rudd.
It's amazing that he got like this role, I think. I mean, yeah, pretty much all the same returning cast.
Mm-hmm.
Hank's back, Hope's back.
Yep. Michael Douglas.
Yep, Michael Douglas.
I really like Lawrence Fishburne's character.
Mm-hmm.
Goliath. Retired
Yeah.
Goliath.
It's a nice nod. That's something I saw some people really liked, is that Marvel has such a huge roster or whatever of characters from all the comics, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
that they can just pull like random roles. Like apparently the villain's dad is a character from the comics that
Oh,
you would
really?
only really know if it was, if you knew the comics.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like a little bonus for people who know the comics, but for us,
That's
we're
neat.
just like,
I had no clue.
right, we obviously have no idea, and it doesn't like hurt. Yeah, it's a really fun movie. It's the Ant-Man series,
Yeah.
like the first one. I mean, comedy is definitely, I think, the forefront of it.
Yeah, it's essentially like a comedy action movie.
Yeah. And it was the palate cleanser I think we all needed.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say eventually. It is totally like, after how somber and serious Infinity War was, it was nice to get like a very lighthearted movie afterwards.
And I felt like the flow of this one really was tighter than the first one. I don't know. The first Ant-Man, the whole like end bit, like the whole heist at the end, just kind of doesn't feel like it connects as well. I don't know. Something
Yeah, I can see
feels
that.
off to me. This one just was a very tight time frame. Like I think it was 2 days, right? Or something.
Yeah, it wasn't
2 or 3
very
days.
long. It was
It's
like
a
2 or 3
very-
days, yeah.
It's very tight, and
Stuff is always happening in this movie.
right. They also, I think they did a good job with Wasp. She was really cool, I think.
Yeah. Basically the like, you kind of gotta like explain a little bit of what they're trying to do in this one, I guess.
Yeah.
The plot thing is basically like Scott's in trouble because he went off in a civil war and fought with Captain America. He's on house arrest now. So basically like broke the Sokovia Accords, I think, is that what they said?
Yep.
So Hank Pym and Janet's the mother, Hope Van Dyne, is they're basically kind of like on the run essentially. They find out that Scott basically like leaves a voicemail on Hank's phone, or that he might like be able to find, or he like thinks he saw like his wife or whatever when he went into the quantum realm or whatever.
From the first one?
Yeah, from the first one. So, of course, they want to find... Hank and Hope want to find their lost family member, so that's basically the crux of the movie.
Yeah.
But someone else wants their technology, and it's Ghost, is it? Or Spectre?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ghost.
I can't remember the name.
Who they drastically changed from the comics, but I think it was... I mean, I think it's
I
pretty
don't
cool
know nothing about the character in the comics, so...
It's a dude with a super suit. And I think he may have even... I think he was originally like an Iron...
Oh, really?
I think. Because, yeah, it's a suit that lets him phase through stuff.
She was fine.
Yeah.
She was less like a super
Hannah
big
John
bad,
Kamen.
more of a conflicted villain.
Yeah.
Kind of a morally gray villain rather than full, like, I gotta blow up the world because...
Yeah.
Or the first movie where it's like, I just gotta get this technology and use it to make money and turn it into weaponry. Like, she had like a good reason for wanting to foil Ant-Man and Hank and them. I really liked Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly's chemistry and playing off each other was good. That was
They
a lot
have
of the
really
best
good chemistry. Also, him and his daughter is, I think, it's probably the most I have enjoyed a child actor in just about anything.
Yeah,
honestly.
she's great.
Like, they really focused on that. I think, I assume they're building up because in Ant-Man, the comics, her character becomes a superhero called Stature.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she gets a suit for growing and shrinking. So it's possible that they'll go that route. And I mean, it's smart to get ahead of things, like, you know, all of these, because you don't have what the comic, you know, you don't have the agelessness of the comics. Like, these people are going to be growing up, so just preparing the next generation of heroes, basically.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wish we would have got to see Hope do more. I think that was like one of my big complaints of the movie.
Yeah,
more than anything.
That's pretty fair. She has like a show-off piece that near the start, and honestly, there's not actually a ton of action. Like,
no,
it's almost like
really.
small points that kind of of action that, and then in between it's kind of just comedy in between, like leading up to those points.
Pretty much. I kind of we'll talk about that part, the spoilers, I guess. Something I wish I would have seen her done. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Luis was funny still.
Yeah.
Anytime he like tells the story and they cut away and it's him like mouthing over the actors is always hilarious.
Honestly, I think Ant-Man has one of the best supporting casts out of all of Marvel.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's really good.
As far as any like standalone movies go, like everyone, it just seems great all the time. Like, just in their roles, they like really get them.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of one better, and I'm having
like
trouble.
Captain America, the First Class comes pretty is probably the second, like one of the best.
Agent Carter's really good.
Yeah,
and Bucky's really good.
The cast in that one, the scientist played by Stanley Tucci. Yeah. You've got the army guy, Captain, whatever he is, played by what's his name? Blanking. The guy from Men in Black.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. And No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, I'm blanking.
Tom Jones, not Tom Jones.
Yeah. No,
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah.
Thank God.
Like, that's another one that just has a superb supporting cast.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I think probably like Paul Rudd doesn't like. He's not as like he doesn't have the star power that some of the others end up with, basically.
No.
So I kind of levels the playing field. I think there's an FBI agent who's just
he's really good in this.
Played by a guy from The Office, I think it is.
Yeah.
Who just knocks it out of the park, and I like what they did with Hank Pym's character. they kind of show the darkness of like from the comics. He's not like sometimes
he's not really a good guy in the comics.
Right,
at all.
he can be a pretty asshole of a character.
Yeah. Yeah,
Plus,
they play some of that up some. Like he has like a past where he's like screwed people over,
basically.
that they make sure that you know about.
Yeah. I think we should probably throw up the spoilers.
Yeah. That's probably good.
There's there's some things I wanted to touch on.
All right, spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
All right.
I think at this point I'm probably gonna step away as well because I think we
All
might
right.
be going to see this here soon. So
Oh, there you go. We'll go see it.
Yeah. So I will go count my dice or something.
We'll see you next week.
we'll see y'all
Later.
next week.
All right,
Okay,
spoilers.
So one thing that I think is really interesting is just how they use their trailers these days, and like basically lie to you, make you think one thing, because the trailer makes Ghost the villain, or if you can even like.
She's
say
barely one.
Right. It's they make it sound like she's just there to take over the world. Like that's like a line. Like if she gets this technology, she can take over the world or whatever. It's like in the
And they say it in the movie, but it's still a
I don't
throwaway
think
line.
that line is even in the movie.
I think they say something about if anyone had this technology, like they
Yeah.
could take over the world, basically.
But I know a lot of people going into this were like, ugh, such a boring villain, motivation for this character.
yeah.
And then like it turns out she's just, she's in constant pain because she has been torn apart on the quantum level
yeah.
and put back together, and is,
and
her
Janet
suit
might
doesn't
be able to
actually
help
give her
her.
powers.
Yeah, she thinks Janet can basically
they
like
think-
the energy she has can like cure her, essentially.
Right.
She wants to basically like steal the energy and potentially kill Janet.
Right. Yeah, the movie doesn't really have a big villain, which I think is an interesting take because Marvel's known for not having great villains.
Yeah. And I don't know if she's like a top tier one, but she's not bad. Like she has like
No.
a clear, understandable motivation.
I think she did a great job, like acting wise too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
she
she's
always
fine.
looked like she was in super pain and whatnot. Which,
Yeah, she was just barely around in the movie.
yeah.
It wasn't her fault. It's more the script.
right.
And-
But the character is pretty interesting. Like you can understand, like she just wants to survive.
Mm-hmm.
She's had a tough, like she was trained by basically Shield to be
An
an
assassin.
assassin.
Yeah.
Probably Hydra infiltrated Shield because
I think that's what they imply.
right. But she's never so like. There's one point where she wants to basically threaten, hurt, kidnap Scott's daughter Cassie, and Lawrence Fishburne's character Goliath talks her out of it. So she's like never so far gone that way.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
she's gonna hurt a little girl. There's also a secondary like antagonist in the arms dealer guy, basically.
Oh yeah, the
I don't
southern
remember
guy.
his name. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't
And,
remember
like-
his name either.
yeah. I'm awful with names.
I'm like just trying to. I'm looking on the Wikipedia page, and I don't even. Sonny Birch. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Walton Goggins is Sonny Birch.
Yep. I mean, even them, like they were almost. It was almost kind of cartoonish. The movie on a whole.
Who's apparently an Iron Man villain.
Huh. Well, that I can believe that since he's like arms dealing and stuff.
But yeah, so yeah, I kind of wished that Hope would have been the one to go find Janet. I thought that's what they were setting up, but I
were.
wish that, but
think
I was
it
still
made more
fine
sense
with
for
Hank
Hank.
doing it. It did make sense for him. That's why I wasn't
Right.
like, oh my god, it ruins everything.
Honestly, the whole end fight sequence though was pretty cool. Like the whole car chase. Like I think it does a great job
Yeah.
of showing like the Ant-Man and Wasp superpowers set.
Oh, they do a great
Like-
job with it. They did a great job with that in the first movie too. I thought, like,
Yeah.
and working
I mean-
the comedy into it.
Well, I
'cause
think they just did a great job of like showing like how these guys are still
Yeah.
superheroes. Like
Yeah.
I think It was just a great job.
And that's
Like,
stuff they do in the
whoever
comics.
choreographed it.
Even the goofy
Yeah.
stuff. Like, Ant-Man will literally be driving like a toy car or whatever in the comics.
Oh yeah,
And like
all
stuff.
the whole there's a Hot Wheels basically assortment
Yeah.
of cars that they just was so good.
They have a case of Hot Wheels. They just pick them out and put them down and they like get into them or whatever. That was funny. But yeah. And of course the ending, the post-credit scene.
Yeah, that I saw a lot of people were like, "Huh, that was a fun, palate cleanser of a movie."
Oh,
to
no.
mid-credit scene, and now I'm left with horror,
Yeah.
existential crisis.
Yeah. Thanos snaps everyone except for Scott out of existence
Yeah,
after
Scott's
he goes into the quantum realm.
The quantum realm, yeah, and then Hope, Janet, who had just gotten back. They've had for a month because I think it's 30 days after the movie is when
Yeah.
the snap happens. Yeah, and man,
They
though
fade
I'm
away.
pretty sure like Ant-Man's key to this whole thing, and that Janet gave the line of what like the solution is.
Yeah.
Because when Scott's about to go in, she's like, "Watch out for time portals. We can't save you if you go in."
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, he's also came out of the quantum realm before, so I think he'll be in the second Avengers.
I mean, yeah, some spoilers for possible Avengers 4 production photos.
Oh, really? Have some of those leaks?
Yeah. So
Is he in them?
no, but some situations look like they were from past Marvel movies.
Okay. You'll
So
have to
there
link
might-
me to these
Yeah.
because I haven't seen
there
them.
might
Or I can
be
probably
a
just Google
time
them.
travel involved.
That's interesting. I didn't even know that anything had leaked.
Yeah, this is old actually. Because I think Avengers 4 was
Oh god, something's gonna appear on the podcast because it had a. I hate it when you click on a page and then trailers just start playing.
oh yeah.
So the podcast, it's going to go sometimes when, and then I clicked off of it, so you're going to hear that. But I'll look at it after we get done recording. So yeah, I like the first one better personally, but I mean it wasn't like by much. I still enjoyed this movie. It was fun. It wasn't slow. I had a good time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it more than the first.
My expectations were pretty low going in. I was just like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
Ant-Man and
I
the
mean-
Wasp. I'll go see that. And I was like, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. I don't think it's just Marvel's casting such a huge net with their movies these days, like in stylistically and stuff. Like you can't even necessarily compare them to each other anymore. Like Infinity War and this are just like polar opposites. It seems.
Yeah. They are. They're completely opposite. And then it comes full circle.
I also think that they might use Ghost as like a reoccurring, like maybe even
Yeah, I could
anti-hero
see
or
that.
even just full blown hero because Scott was going into the quantum realm for healing particles for Ghost.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
I could totally see that.
Yeah. What else? Yeah, I really like the movie. I don't know where I would rank it, but I don't have a ranking on hand.
It's like
mine.
it's like mid tier. I'd put it
Yeah.
in with the mid tier.
I would put it. Yeah, Ant-Man's kind of just for the sheer quality of other Marvel movies. It's like low mids. So this,
Yeah.
but I put this one ahead of it for me. So
Yeah, it's like on the same tier for me, pretty much.
yeah,
Like the top tier for me is like Ragnarok, Guardians 1. I put First Avengers there,
yeah.
Infinity War, and Winter Soldier, or like those are the top tier Marvel movies in my
I think
opinion.
the Avengers end up being, or like, and the Avengers 2.5 or whatever, Civil War end
Yeah.
up being near the top for me, just because I like all the interaction between different heroes.
Yeah, those are always really fun.
Yeah, but man, this one had some great jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the magic sub, like all of
Oh
that,
yeah,
everything with the magic.
and it cut to the FBI director at one point watching the video too.
Yep. I don't know why. It's like I literally have a suit that makes me, giant and miniature, and people are like, he does a simple card trick. I'm like, how did you do that? Also, I think. Oh, what? Sorry.
I was gonna say I want him to try to do a magic trick for Doctor Strange at one point.
That would
Then
be
him go,
great.
that's not magic, but okay.
It's like I'm a magician too.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Also, the elementary school scene.
Oh, that was amazing. Whereas,
Yeah.
like, it was basically
His suit keeps malfunctioning throughout the movie. So
Yeah.
it keeps going bigger and smaller. Randomly.
he's not like he's like kid sized, but he's still
Yeah.
the same proportions. He looks so funny running around because he puts a jacket
he
over himself.
Yeah, he throws a hoodie on, and then there's like a teacher like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
he's
stop.
like, "Where's your
You can't
hall
be-"
pass?" He's like, "Ugh," and he just runs off.
He
He's
just
like,
starts
"Yeah,
running. The
whatever."
teacher's like, yeah. And then when he gets back into the van, finally, Hank's like, "Hey, champ, how was school?
Yeah, hey,
You
champ, how was school today?
You want a juice box and some string cheese?
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, shut up."
You have that?"
Yeah. Yeah, the jokes were really good.
Yeah. Hank, and then like I don't know, like him and Hank are pretty great together too. Just like he obviously like he calls him out on his crap. He's like whenever he's staring at his daughter, basically.
Yeah.
And then Paul Rudd pretending to be Michelle Pfeiffer, pretending to be Janet.
Oh,
in
that was
Paul Rudd's body.
hilarious
Like,
too.
That was just so amazing. Like he did, that
he was like holding hands with Michael Douglas or whatever. Yeah, that was
so great.
Funny. But yeah, it's good. It's worth
really fun.
It's worth seeing. It's fun.
I think so.
I think it's a good one to go see in the theater, and it's
not
like
the worst
said,
Marvel movie.
No, that might be. That's either Thor 2 or Avengers 2, probably.
No,
in my opinion.
Well, so the worst official Marvel Cinematic Universe movie is the Hulk.
Just number wise.
Yeah, like it's just it's not good. The Hulk movie, like
yeah,
it wasn't done by
Edward Norton
the same
Hulk.
people. Yeah. After that, yeah, it's probably Thor 2. I
really don't like Iron Man 2 either.
Yeah, Iron Man 2 is also pretty down there. It's a lot of the earlier ones. Like basically anything post, like anything since Civil War, especially, has just been top notch.
Oh yeah, that stuff's all been great.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
so
man.
So now we have like 10 months, I think, because they're not doing a November release this year because they're stupid.
They're the next one is Captain Marvel.
Yeah, which I am all on for. Like I love Captain Marvel in the comics, and
I'm more interested about the Skrulls than anything, and what they'll do with them.
We're gonna get they also showed off some of the de-aging technology, which just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
Which I think we're going to get to see a lot of with because we're getting
because I think they're doing it to Samuel L. Jackson and
Samuel L. Jackson and then Agent Coulson because it's going to be in like 95 or whatever, so we get them de-aged. Like Lawrence Fishburne de-aged was like damn.
Yeah, it looks really good.
So realistic.
So did Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer looked really good too in the past scenes. So
yeah, it was weird because they made Janet look older than Michelle Pfeiffer actually is.
Yeah.
But then they de-aged her at the start. It's like they didn't just actually show Michelle Pfeiffer real age.
Yeah, it's come a long way since like the college age Tony Stark.
Oh yeah.
In the one movie.
Yeah.
Too. I thought that was very uncanny valley. Yeah, I thought that looked weird to me.
Yeah. I was thinking like what's his name? Kurt Russell and Tron. Like
oh my god. Yeah, that's yeah, it's up there. Go see it. It's good. It's what is it? 19th Marvel movie.
20th, I think.
20th?
20 or 21st. Yeah, I think no. Infinity War is 19, so this was within the 20th.
Yeah, 20th. The train ain't stopping anytime soon, people.
Nope.
It's just gonna keep on going. And I'm curious. I'm just curious if it's gonna sustain its momentum past the Avengers 4, which the title supposedly leaked.
Yeah, I saw that too.
What was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't
but
remember.
I saw
it
that
wasn't that good in my opinion. I was like, Avengers 4 title. What was it called? Dang it, just tell me in the headline so I don't have to click on your thing. End game.
End game? Yeah, that's fair. We're in the end game now.
So yeah. We'll see what happens when we get to next year.
That's it.
All right, this has been episode 59 of Podcast of Five Rings, your source of enlightenment in the realm of video games, tabletop, anime, film, and tech. Each episode of Podcast Five Rings releases Monday mornings on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Talk About Topic day by day on YouTube, with the full video releasing on Friday. Catch us. I've messed up again finally on the end.
Oh.
Check us out on Twitter at Podcast 5R, Facebook P5R Podcast, the streams PSO Flow, and Podcast of Five Rings.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yes, the things that we do so very often. I was actually thinking about doing Magic at some point, Magic Arena on there,
Yeah.
which would be fun.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Magic the Scrubbing, because I'm not a great Magic player by any means. I'm not even like a passable one by any means, but I enjoy playing. So maybe we'll do that. We'll get back to Final Fantasy in like 6 months. When life is giving me some lemonade a little bit and I have some free time. So until then, we'll be back next week, I'm sure, after I'm 80 hours deep into Octopath Traveler or something. And I'll probably be talking about that. Alright, see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Later.